for me, it looks exactly like what I've always wanted. I was just too scared, too shy, didn't want to be seen, too whatever to grab hold of it. So now I feel like I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Thank you for tuning in to Strangely Sane Journey of a Goddess, where we get to discuss the good, the bad, and everything in between, and what it means to fully embody our inner goddess in this crazy, confusing world. I can't wait to see you in there. Enjoy. Oh, what's up, guys? It is me, Tawny Marilyn. Thank you for listening and watching Strangely Sane Journey of a Goddess. We have things set up a little bit differently, and I'm going to be honest, this is not my first time recording, and the first time I recorded, my area was a lot prettier. But things happen, and my phone died, and so is life, right? Keep it simple. Sometimes you got to go with the simple way. With a picnic-esque thing going on. Yesterday, me, my son, and I, we made a honey cake. And the honey cake and some boiled eggs because the goddess of the week, she likes honey cake and eggs. Oh, and we also have our spring flowers. These two, fun fact, these two were also prettier, but it's been a hot day. And I left everything outside because I guess if you want to give something to a goddess, I kind of just like putting it outside. You leave it there and it's devoured. And it's springish. It could even still be spring. So, what way to honor the goddess of spring than leave her offerings outside? That's what I think. And that's the beautiful thing about spring, right? Tell me this. Are you in a place where you've shaken off the winter blues and it's getting warm and toasty outside? So you're outside more, enjoying the heat, enjoying the sun, enjoying the flowers, enjoying all the things that life has to offer. The trees have shed their old leaves and new leaves have come through, right? And without all of those old leaves shedding, can you imagine how dense these trees would be? I can't even imagine. I have trees in my yard, so I mean, you can probably see that I have trees in my yard. So it would get really, really heavy if things never shedded. That's what I think, anyways. And so we shed. We shed all of our things that no longer fit us. And we come into our new season and hope that everything that grows is from a fresh place. Sometimes starting new things can feel scary, though, right? I know I talked about it last week, how you start something new and you have to learn and put yourself out there. And that part can be so intimidating and so scary. New beginnings can be terrifying. They really can. You spend so much of your life around certain people, certain dynamics, certain jobs. You go to school, or even if you don't go to school, you work years and years and years in a certain career, in a certain field, that sometimes when it's time to come out, it's like, whoa, can I do this? Am I capable of doing this? And it's so scary because you have this idea that you can do anything and it's exciting and it's invigorating and it feels like, yes, this is exactly what I need to do. I need to grab life by the horns and live it to its fullest. But there's also that little That little voice of doubt of, can you do this? Yeah, you want to do this, but are you capable? Do you know how many people before you have tried to do this? And you think you're what? Special? And the truth is, yes, you are special. You are capable. And yes, there are so many people that have had this idea before you that have even done the same things you have. And the main difference is they're not you and you're not them. First of all, the spin you're going to put on it, nasty. The idea you have, perfect. I mean, sure, you'll make some tweaks here and there, but perfect for you nonetheless. But still, that voice nags. And whether that voice is you or your mother or your father or your friends or different members of your family or your lover or your spouse or whoever that voice belongs to, don't listen to it. Bet on yourself because you can do it, whatever it is. Why would you even have this idea if you weren't meant to utilize it in some way, shape, form, or fashion? If you want to speak to people, speak. Open your mouth, honey. Open your mouth. If you want to dance, girls, and dance. Dance. If you're not watching this, I am dancing. Do what lights you up. And yes, truth be told, it may not take you to the places that you have in your mind. Maybe it won't, but it'll take you somewhere. I just got bit by a mosquito. The perks of being outside, right? But if there's something that you want to do, there's something that you're meant to do, springtime is not the time to sit and hope and pray. You're what? I don't know. Truth be told, I don't even think we're at the hoping and praying stage anymore. I think the hoping and praying stage was for the winter time, where you're hoping that you can make things work. You're praying that you can get out of the situation that you're in because things are a little bit too heavy and you really can't keep walking with this heavy ass load on. You got all your jackets, you're bundled up, it's cold, you don't know what to do, you're shivering. The only place you want to be is in bed, wrapped up, but life keeps going. So you have to keep going. You have to keep trudging along with your heavy ass coat and all of your layers, your boots, your socks, your scarves, your earmuffs, your gloves. It's heavy. But when spring comes, you see the leaves come back on the trees. It gets a little bit warmer. You can finally start shedding, taking off layer after layer after layer until you're outside in a sundress with your tatas out. So we're here. This is the new beginning. This is the fresh start. This is the something new. So if you spent your time in the wintertime being sad and depressed and you called it the winter blues, what did it really point out to you? It's too fucking cold to be going outside. That's what it pointed out to me. It's too fucking cold to go outside. So I'm going to stay inside. Wintertime showed me the ways that I was drained, where I didn't have it, but I kept giving it. Wintertime showed me how I was overgiving and under receiving. Wintertime showed me how I was shrinking myself to fit into clothes that no longer fit, baby, to fit into spaces that no longer fit, to keep forcing the issue day in and day out and day in and day out. Wintertime showed me that I was not really satisfied with the choices that I made and what my life looked like in making those choices and those decisions. And so springtime is here, and it's like, okay, I can start taking off layers. Why don't I start doing something that I like to do? Why don't I start doing something that I enjoy doing? I'm here. I've had the idea. Matter of fact, this was not my first spring having this idea or these ideas. Honestly, I was thinking about it, and this year feels a lot like 2020 when I felt like the world was my oyster and I could do whatever I wanted to do. And I ran towards what was comfortable. I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing the same things. I'm interested in the same exact things. Yes, it looks different. It looks bigger, honestly. But if I would have kept going in 2020, maybe I would have gotten here sooner. And that's a hard thought to cope with. But we're here and we made it. And we made it at our own time in our own way. I don't like mosquitoes. This is the time that they come out. Earlier was flies, now it's mosquitoes. But we're here. And we get to actually be in it. We can look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, yes, I'm doing it. Yeah, I had this idea since 2020, but you know what? It's 2026 and I'm doing it now because I believe in myself more than I've ever believed in myself before. So believe in yourself. Know that this is your springtime. This is your new beginning. This means something. This means everything. This is your opportunity to live the life that you want to live. This is your time to be unapologetic about what that life looks like, even if the people around you have no capacity to understand what it is you're trying to do with your life. I want to live, I want to thrive on my terms. Yes, I could do what my parents want me to do, but would I be thriving? No. Because the reality is, a lot of times, the people that love you only want you to be safe. And I don't necessarily know if you can thrive and be safe at the same time. Sometimes thriving requires risk, where the people that love you prefer you prefer you not. Simmer down, settle down. You don't have to take that risk. So I'm proud of you for taking the risk. I'm proud of you for walking into your new beginning and allowing it to be whatever you say the terms are, because you do get to set your own terms for your own life. It's so exciting. It's thrilling. I've been talking about shedding, and just now a brown leaf just came from the tree. You can shed whenever. You can decide that, okay, this is a little too heavy. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna start over. I don't like how this feels anymore. You can go. I hate this. I quit. I'm going to start my adventure, and I hope that all of you are starting your new adventure, no matter what that means. See, the only things I really have a strong capacity for are spirituality, love and relationships, and work. So yours can be something totally different. That's just what my focus is tend to be in life. So whatever your thing is, embrace this time of newness. Because the reality is you're just now starting, and what a fucking time that is. There will never be another time where you get to be a beginner, where you get to make your mistakes and be like, shit, I ain't know. But I know now. Thank you. Thank you for the learning experience. So our goddess is Eostre. I don't know if you can see this lovely goddess. Historically, she's only been mentioned once by a monk by the name of Beatty. But in this photo, she has bunnies around her. She has an egg. She has spring flowers. And what she likes is baked goods, such as bread and honey cakes, eggs, which is here. I did make some eggs for my girl. And I also gave her some flowers. She has a crown of flowers on her head. So if you want to honor her with the spring solstice, you can wear a crown of flowers on your head. I don't have a crown of flowers, so I didn't wear one. Sue me, but don't. So if you want to honor Easter, you're more than welcome to. She is the goddess of spring. She is the goddess of new beginnings. And she will help you on your path as you walk it, especially in the beginning stages. Isn't that fun? Isn't that exciting to be a goddess? So, yes, like I said, she was mentioned by Beatty. She was also somewhat mentioned in the Brothers Grimm by the name of Ostara, which is such a pretty name. So, I'm not sure if those are the same goddesses, but they could be. But she is a pagan goddess. She is Germanic, Germanic, Germanic. We're gonna say Germanic. I like the way it sounds better. And she brings us our new beginnings as we walk this path. Do I have anything else to add? I have my nifty notebook, and honestly, maybe I feel homey, feel my goddess because I love flowers too. Like I'm flowered down to my socks, baby, baby. Okay, so she is named after Easter, or maybe Easter is named after her, and she is goddess of the spring equinox, which I said. I find it interesting that Christianity has decided that spring equinox and Jesus' birthday are the same thing. It's just interesting. I don't have any notes. I don't have any complaints. I just find it interesting. I feel like so many of us are called to something new. And I hope all of us are brave enough to reach it, brave enough to grab it, to know that we can, we should. Nothing can stop us except for us. I really like being out here. I like listening to the birds. I like being outside. I don't like mosquitoes, but everything else I can get jiggy with. I think springtime is such an abundant time. It's so full of life and it's so full of energy. And I think that's how we should go after this rebirth of such, with invigoration and joy and new breath and new life. This is our new life. And every day we take a step in, take a step forward, we're getting deeper and deeper into what our dream life should look like. So keep walking, because where you're going and how you show up and what you do and how you show up in the world is so important. You are inspiring the people that come after you. You are showing them, hey, they did this, I can do this too. They're living their dream life, why can't I? Shit, they're doing exactly what I want to do. I want to be like them when I grow up. So learn everything that you can, soak up the sun, soak up the life, breathe in everything new and enjoy it for what it is, because it is amazing and it is fresh. Yes, I know times are scary right now. And it's not even necessarily the actual times. It's the uncertainty of it all that is scary. But the truth is you can't control much. The only thing you can control is what you are doing, how you live your life, what you stand for. No one else can do that for you. So while you're here, don't fear the future. You've already shed all of the shit that does not fit. You've already gotten rid of it. What are you gonna do? Go back and be like, "Oh, that shit didn't fit." You wanna know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn around and put that shit back on because I was wearing it back in 2010. I did that in 2010. I did that in 2015. I did that in 2020. Baby, it's 2026. You should be onto something new. If you're not onto anything new, that is when you have failed, because you're not doing no new shit. It's time to do new shit. You have this. You have the juice. Don't be afraid. And hell, even if you are afraid, show a little bit of courage and do that shit anyways, because the idea is not going to do anything except come back to you. It's going to come back to you 5 years from now, and you're going to be like, fuck, I should have did that then. Trust me. I know. I know. So do the thing. Don't try to fit in with people who don't even understand you, who don't even see you, who want you to do whatever the fuck they want you to do, even if it's not what's true to you. Live your truth and accept it for what it is. Live your dream life. Take those steps, please. I keep saying it, please, 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 please take those steps. So today, I want you to ask yourself, what is your dream life? And how does that new beginning, how does that fresh start look right now? For me, it looks a lot like 2020. For me, it looks exactly like what I've always wanted. I was just too scared, too shy, didn't want to be seen, too whatever to grab hold of it. So now I feel like I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I would love to know what your new beginning looks like. I would love to know what your spring looks like, what your spring feels like. Because in the inside, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of myself. In so many ways, I'm so proud of myself. How are you feeling? Truly. Because the truth is, I'm also a little nervous. Sometimes I'm a little nervous. Can I do this? Did I make the right decisions? Should I go and call some people back? But I never do. I never do. Because I know that's where my fear is. And I have to push past my fear, because past my fear is where my dream life is. And just beginning to walk it, and I'm already proud of myself. I'm just beginning to walk it, and I'm excited. So I would love to know, what does your new beginning feel like? What does your new beginning look like? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so like I said, our goddess is there, and we shall get to what she has to say to us. Okay, here's the empowerment message. Oh, and don't forget, we are in the Goddess Power Oracle Guidebook by Colette Baron Reed. Empowerment message. Hope and new life are blossoming everywhere in your life right now, and this is something to celebrate. The Germanic goddess Eostre sings to you and assures you that your intentions have lain dormant long enough. When she appears, bearing the fertile power behind the coming of the spring, you may feel a surge of energy to implement your new ideas. You feel strong and capable of accomplishing so much at this time. As a sense of newness permeates your life, fresh opportunities come out of nowhere and seemingly drop into your lap. You feel a readiness as you are truly poised for success in whatever interests you. Allow for new experiences to be what they are by adopting beginner's mind. You remain open to what life has to offer you, and you will be so glad you did. Enjoy this time of wonderful new beginnings and welcome the gift the goddess Eostre has in store just for you. Unfortunately, my microphone died before I could finish the podcast fully. So you can watch me and my son bake the honey cake that I told you that we baked earlier. And in the meantime, I will talk to you while you watch us bake this fancy cake. Don't you worry. I will definitely be putting the recipe in the notes because the cake was scrumdiddlyumptious. I had never had a honey cake before and we thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, so let's get back to ESD. The alignment message is look to the potential hidden in promising connections and opportunities. The difficulty arises when you think you already know how something will go. You might do something prematurely or miss an amazing experience that's right in front of you because you're looking in another direction. The real lesson is not in whether something works out, but in how you manage your curiosity so you can experience something new. Life is for learning, and right now, your alignment task is to be with what is, which is perfect as it is. Look at the lessons in your life and how they are repeating. You will find that when you come to understand them, you'll know why your current situation happened. Everything has a purpose for new life. Even disappointments can turn into miracles. Trust that the goddess of the dawn, Eostre, will bring light and hope in your heart for good cause. Even if it's different from what you expect, it's always beautiful. I'm telling you guys, things can seem iffy and like you don't necessarily know if you're doing the right thing, if you're going in the right direction, and you just have a certain idea in your mind of how things should go and what you should be doing. But if you just take a little second to just chill and relax, you'll find out what it is you're really supposed to do. Sometimes we're trying to force things so hard, and it's not even what makes us happy. It's not even what makes our soul sing, our soul shine. I cannot tell you how many times I've tried to force things to go in a certain direction that when I just sat still and stopped forcing everything, the things that were meant to me came to me easily, and not only easily, joyfully. So let's stop forcing things and allow things to be exactly what they are and exactly how they're supposed to be because I promise you, even if you don't know what you're doing all of the time, it will come to you. It will come to you like magic. Whether that's someone telling you, oh, you can do this, or it's life showing you, hey, we're here. Go this way. The whispers of the universe. You hear it in a song, and you're like, oh, yes, this is what I want to do. Accept the newness of life. Accept that sometimes old things just don't work, and they don't work for a reason. And the reason is you're not supposed to be doing that. That's not true to you. That's not your truth. You don't find that valuable, and it's okay. It really is okay. It's okay not to be aligned with how everyone around you tells you things should go and how things should be. You're still doing beautifully. You're still doing perfectly because you are the perfect version of you in this very moment. I believe in you and I know you got the juice and I know you got the sauce and you are going to make wonders of these new times. I already know it. You already know what doesn't work. Let's try to see if we can make something new work. I know you can. I love you guys so, so much. Together, we decide what it means to be a goddess in this crazy and confusing world. I hope you enjoyed this episode just as much as I enjoyed recording it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with other goddesses. Thank you. Bye.